Yeah, what's up, America? You know, when you start sitting here reflecting on what the government's doing up there on Capitol Hill, and they vote for illegal aliens in the Senate to receive money from Medicaid, Medicare, whatever, Social Security disability, hide them in the food stamp department, whatever it is, that's corruption. That's saying that we got to keep these people here so that we can go ahead and manipulate them for votes. So now you got to find out who the people are that they're giving $11 billion plus to each year to take care of. It's one thing to go ahead and advocate for the money, but who is receiving that money? That tells us who they are so that we can remove them. They overplay their hand all the time. And then they get mad that they got busted. All she has to do is run down the algorithms now at this point. Elon's got that with Mach 3. He'll run it down in a matter of moments. And everybody will know exactly who's on the welfare system to get free money. And you already know the Republicans. You know, two right off the top. Collins and Murkowski. They got to go. They got to be recalled. Enough's enough. They're a liability to the Republican Party. We got to get rid of all the old dead weight out of the Republican Party. They're conformed to the world. Wickedness. Bunch of evil deed doers. Time for those people to have to. Vamonos. They got to get to stepping and keep it moving. On a real tip, this is the message from last night. We the people got to stand together, united, twine one, walking by faith, not sight alone. They can't stop that. And it gives us the opportunity to get rid of a lot of bad people before they get rid of the entire planet. So it's the bad people or the planet. You pick one. And every one of you American citizens need to come up with a game plan. Women, start organized. Riley Gaines for the women. Candace Owens. Lisa Booth. Everybody, Judge Janine, circle the wagon. Work for women's lib rights. Be very vigilant in your quest to do just that. You take back one thing at a time, but you go ahead and you put every bit of your energy into those one things at a time. And you'll get them all back. Divided, you can't do it. And a 50-something vote to a 40-something vote about giving illegal aliens money. Now it's time to go ahead and get those people. Find out who they are and remove them. Then the money goes nowhere. It stays in the account, and then we can use it and allocate it for some other things that need to be done that is proper in this nation, like giving more money towards building more homeless shelters. They don't have to be huge shelters, but they have to be decent enough to house somebody. Bottom line. So, isn't that the way it should go? Of course it is. Now it's going to be up to the smart people to go ahead and get rid of all the smart bad people at the top. They're not doing anything to help America. They're only doing things to help them and their own families while we rot and die. Nope, not today. Bad people get what they deserve, and they're starting to get it. A few here, a few there. If you keep taking down people like that, eventually they'll all be gone. And I mentioned a few of the Republicans. Lindsey Graham's got to go. I said it a long time ago. All the old dead weight. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of old colonial white boys in the Republican Party that have to go that are just no good for us. They know who they are. Soon I'll have to go ahead and make mention of them all. Behind the scenes, they're very detrimental to our way of life. You see them as old, doddering fools that are, oh, just so nice and peachy keen. No, they're not. They're devils in disguise. Remember that. They're all devils in disguise. It's time for them all to leave. Or we'll have to retire them. I'm asking them nice now so I don't have to go ahead and smear them in the tabloids. But I won't hesitate to do it. So a whole lot of them do, yes, have to get going. Every last one of them. Bottom line. Take all the evil teachers with them. All the evil caseworkers. New York State's the worst. Upstate New York. This is what they did to here. Brought all these parasites in and destroyed our city. That's how it goes. Hey, looks like AOC's finally going to get what she deserves. All the money she stole, she's being sued for more than double. She's going to be the first politician that went into politics that are going to come out negative $30-40 million because of her arrogance and her stupidity. People like that steal votes, especially from the non-registered contingency in the United States, which makes up 1/3 of our general populace of our society. So if we got 375 million people, which is probably closer to 390 now at this point, we'll say 375. They're not going to have a real census because those other people don't exist on paper. We know exist by face. Right? By face. We know how many people are here. And it's not the people. It's the scumbags behind the people. Capitol Hill. Fake news. All the phone tech companies. Scumbag Wood USA. Tabloid news. Big tech. All those food companies and fast food chains and everything else that we're backing and supporting. Fruit Loopism. While pushing a lot of middle class Americans that were Christian from their small businesses and keeping their doors shut while all their big businesses got to stay open. Oh, it's vital to keep the big ones going, but it'd be okay to lose. No, they lost the little ones, and that's what was replaced by the Chinese and the Russians and all the other evil deed-doers on the planet. And those people deserve to get their businesses back, and we got to go ahead and build it up to where they can do just that. That's the bottom line. For every American corporation that was above water, or any American small business, a restaurant, a bakery, sub shop, whatever, and you were above board before COVID, and you end up losing your business because of COVID, keeping your doors that long for that long a period of time closed, and you did lose it, go to our federal government and tell them this is how much you lost, and you'd like to get a new one going if you have that ambition and dream still at your age or whatever it is. But you do deserve to be compensated for something that was told to you as a lie and the tabloids by the left. I would force them to come up with a fund of, like, say, off the top, I'd say about $675 billion put aside for small payments to come out, and do it state by state. All the states, the people who were doing the best in business, that lost their business because of a sickness that was falsified in the tabloids, or some major tax exemptions if they got their business up and running but they're struggling, they're still behind on their bills. There should be debt forgiveness for that, but at a cost that they have to go ahead and pay it forward when they get themselves set back up. Even if it was a couple percentage points a year more in the way of taxation. Then you figure out how to go ahead and be very conservative how you run your corporation, company, and business. Those are just the facts, right? Conservatism. It's the only way to go ahead and grow a nation. Capitalism. Not communism, not socialism, not radical wackadoodleism. Doesn't float. Doesn't work. Be committed to who you are, people. Stay strong. Know who all the bad guys in our government is. And to that bill that they just passed for that, say no to it immediately and recall it. Freeze it in legislation for the next 3 years. Then they don't get no money. And then you see the Democrats start scurrying to go ahead and come up with different ways to do it. Trust me. Their plan B will be plan C for me, which is the destruction of the entire old matrix three-dimensional realm. I've already shut down a lot of it. I want to get the rest of it done and over with. Go to 40. Just start moving forward. Or you can be left behind. That's your choice. It's called free will. Alright, fellow Americans. Remember what's at stake here. Because if you guys don't get this right, there is no your children growing up to have their own children. This is it, you dumbasses. Get your head out of everybody's butt crack cavity and come up there and drink yourself a cup of coffee and begin a new day. TBC. Sincerely, the messenger sent.